its wild nature, amazing cultural communities, and ancient sounds. This is Mindanao.
I'm Cherise, and with Cultureight, we will take you on a journey off the tourist track. With 9 adventure seekers, crazy local guides, television crew, 2 tour chiefs, this trip is definitely out of the ordinary. Mindanao is our ultimate destination. From the streets of Manila, we get lost and find ourselves in the country's 2nd largest island. In Mindanao, we start at General Santos to Sarangani, to Lake Cebu, and finally to Coronadal. First stop, Ninoy Aquino International Airport 3, or NAIA 3, one of the 4 airports in Metro Manila, the capital of the Philippines. Meet my guests who will join me for the next 5 days.
Class C rainforest.
So Cultureight's goal is to open up Mindanao to the rest of the world. Despite all the hesitation.
Knowing that this is Mindanao and is actually another part of the Philippines, and I'm a Filipino, just to experience what another Filipino culture is like, even though they look exactly like the people in Manila. So I really don't know what to expect and what I'm looking for here, but it's an adventure that I'm willing to take, and let's see what lies ahead for me.
Welcome to Cultureight Travel Tour. It's going to be really exciting. We're doing the ancient South, and I'm sure everyone's read their trip dossier, right? Right, so everyone knows the itinerary. Just because I don't remember.
So now we've got that out of the way. Tambler Airport is a major airport of General Santos City.
We're now in the Tambler Airport in General Santos City, and if you look around, there are people that are going to ask you if they can carry your bags. That's for a charge, so if you want them to, they'll charge you a little bit extra, but it's the convenience of it.
The indigenous Blaan, originally called General Santos, Dadiangas, after a tree that thrived in the area. Today, General Santos is one of the most diverse and progressive cities in the country. And tuna country.
We're currently in the General Santos fish port, and here they bring in 250 metric tons of tuna and tuna-like products a day. So 50% of the tuna is caught here in the Philippines, but the other 50% is caught up international waters, and they're all brought here. There are different classes of fish here. There's Class A, Class B, Class C. Class A goes abroad, Class B goes here to the Philippines, and Class C as well.
5 out of 7 Philippine tuna canneries are here.
We're in Market 2, and this is where you will find fish sold to the local markets. Ah! Here, okay. This is skipjack. I don't know what it is in the vernacular, but bon appetit.
Fish are sustainably line caught compared to net fishing with its overwhelming bycatch.
It says here Jodel Fish Scaler, so I thought it's someone that scales the fish, but apparently it's someone that weighs the fish. Not very smart for me.
Coming up, a cooking show that is less on food and more on the birds and bees.
Very virgin water. Very virgin. Sila si Carlo. Oy, hello. Wala na. Hello. So we are very happy, we are very honored that you are all here to see this beautiful Sarangani Highlands. Welcome you all, I welcome you all.
Sarangani Highlands was originally built as a retreat home atop an old military base by Dr. Ruiz and Dr. Abelia.
Sarangani is a sangil. It's a Sangil word, means this is my territory. It is an Indonesian word, means this is my place. My grandfather was the first Christian settler to arrive in this part of Mindanao. He arrived here in October 8, 1914, so he brought along with him 16 families.
We're in Sarangani Highlands, and we're having our welcome drink, tropical fruit, papaya, mango, pineapple. This is the way to do it. Which is your choice? I think I'll have both.
You have both? You have both?
No, I'm just kidding. I'll just have one. Cheers.
Cheers.
The food in Sarangani Highlands varies from the indigenous pako to the different varieties of seafood, pork, beef, and of course, dessert. But before we eat, a special cooking show by the colorful Dr. Ruiz. Today, it is pomelo mango salad with shrimp.
You know, I'm Chef Ruiz, but you know, my uniform got wet last night. So it's very easy to prepare this food, although it's quite expensive, because if you are not our guest, I'm going to charge this for 1 million. Ah, yeah, there's a beautiful smell in olive oil. This is very virgin oil. Very virgin. Our dressing is a cream made by our farm. We have a farm here. Honey, that's Sarangani brand. Organic honey. Okay. Okay, sige na. Sige na. Okay. I want no shyness. You have to be makapal. Kailan? Yeah.
Let's have two.
Yeah.
So good.
So good talaga. Yeah.
And the finale. The Philippines has 110 distinct cultural communities. In Mindanao, there are 46. Sarangani alone has more than we can count. Blaan, Tiboli, Ubo, Manobo, Calagan, Tagakalo, and the Islamized Magindanaoan and Sama were the original inhabitants of the area. Sarangani's landscape is dotted with coastal barangays and beautiful rainforests. The trip brings us to the first and older district, District 1, to a town called Maitum.
So, pag nasa tubig na ho tayo, ang ginagawa madalas ng mga pasahero is just to relax and hawak ko sa may dalawang rubber both sides, ano? And then, pag going na ho yung flow na ating ng tube, may mga obstacles ho kasi na face, ano? So, ang nangyayari is i-uplift lang ho yung paa, hayaan lang ho natin yung tube natin na babangga doon sa bato. Woo!
Wala akong masabi. Masarap. Nakakaba. Nakakainom ka ng maraming tubig. Pero masaya.
In 1991, 2,000-year-old anthropomorphic pottery, or pottery with human form, were found in Ayub Cave, Maitum. Nothing similar is found anywhere else in Southeast Asia. Our archaeologist friend RR describes.
Dito sa anthropomorphic jars na ito, tinatawag natin na basis of Maitum. It is because it depicts the facial expressions na mayroon from prehistoric life na mayroon. Makikita natin dito, yung makikita natin ng mga maliliit na jars or jarlet na tinatawag namin, ito yung makikita doon sa loob ng jars. Which means, pag mayroong namatay na tao, so nililibing nila after 6 to 7 years, hinuhukay ito ulit, and then kukunin yung buto. Pag kinukuha nila yung buto, di po ilalagay sa loob ng jars, ito ay nililinisan ng mabuti. Ito yung tinatawag na parang secret, ito siya na tawag nito na paggawa nila.
Today, Maitum is an eclectic mix of Ilocanos, Tibolis, Visayans, and Americans? Elsie Perrett tells us how her family ended up in a small town in the middle of the wilderness.
Both my grandfathers were foreigners, and they came here to look around, and he ended up marrying Blaan. And my grandfather on my mother's side was an American also, and he ended up marrying Tiboli also. He ended up with 3 wives.
Her husband, Mac Perrett, describes his story.
Well, mine started actually, my dad was part of that, what they call Tamasites. There was a group of teachers that was sent down here from the States back in the late 1800s. Her grandfather ended up in clay plantation, while my dad ended up, I guess he picked my tomb at the place. We've all been raised here. We're my Tumians. I didn't even know I was American until I was past teenage. Yeah, I didn't know that. And then when things got a little rough during the 70s, yeah, there's an opportunity to visit the States because, you know, it's an American that's never been to the States. So I had to go there. One thing led to another. It got, next thing you know, it was 20 years after.
All our guests have never been this far down south, and it was actually surprising to see a family of another descent living in this town so far away from everything. In finding yourself, you might need to get lost somewhere else first. Coming up, Get Lost is in order. Day 2 welcomes us with a bang.
Really?
Okay.
Durian.
Hi, we're eating dilis and pusit and eggplant frittata. Diba?
Now off we go to sea. To see sea turtles, that is.
So good morning to everyone. We are here at the Kambuhan Creek where we can find the black stone, which the name of Maitum comes from. It was believed that there was once a prince and princess who get in love with this dato, and they elope by passing through the river. And while they are passing through the river from their enraged father, the stone of the river turns black. This is where the name of Maitum comes from. So almost all the rivers of Maitum is with this black stone. So we are going to the Pawikan Sanctuary, and that's it. We can smell the, we call it sinugba. Sinugba, that grill, yeah, grill. This is old poblacion, yeah, sinugba.
Good morning, welcome to Pawikan Sanctuary. I'm Elton Vincent Galima, your tour guide. And all over the world, we have 220 species of turtles. 7 are considered marine, and 5 of these are present in the Philippines. So fortunately, we have 3 turtles species here in Maitum. We have the olive ridley, we have the hawksbill, we have the green. The rest are loggerhead and the leatherback. So the incubation period is about 2 months, 47 to 75 days.
Oxygen. Oh, love. Here's some love.
Ow! You did me. Hey, baby.
We leave the turtles to tread their own waters, and we get high with a little help from our friends.
Wait. Where's my savor? It's raining forests here. We are going to Barangay Zion and to the Zion Caves, which is a classy rainforest, they say. And the people that live here are the Tiboli, and they're a cultural community that live in the southern portion of the Philippines. The trees here are older than you can imagine, and they say that this tree is mystical. The Tiboli people say that when someone dies, they hear voices from the tree, the kulintang, or the gongs of the Tiboli people can be heard within the tree, but they don't see anyone playing it.
Ito sir, ginagawang puspuro sir, ito. Meron din kaming gamit na bakal at saka may kapas. Idikit po dito sa bato tulad nito, idikit po siya dyan. Idikit po yung parang kapas na itim, tapos ganyan po yung bakal. Pag mag-spark ka sir, mag-apoy, ano na yan siya sir. Kakainin na po yung yung kapas. Ganito ang karamihan na ginagamit sa amin. Kung halimbawa lighter, dahil malayo kami sa pagbilhan, ito ang ginagamit namin.
The whole entire barangay is here, and they set up sugba. They grilled some chicken, grilled some fish that they just caught. The health people are here, tribal council, the barangay council, they're all here, so we're very happy.
Before we eat, we must enter Zion Cave. Just the name of the area sounds mystical, don't you think?
Check this out. They're using bamboo as skewers. And this is the way to go. They just get it from the forest and it'll be skewers. And the chicken that you see right here, that's a native chicken. Free range organic, mind you. And the fish that you see here is from the river, which we passed through earlier. And the plates that they use will be the banana leaf. Kamoting kahoy. Mondo koyo. Mondo koyo. Kamoting kahoy. Sila. Sila. And then let me show you this corn. It's tiny, it's as small as my face. But when you open it, it's bright yellow. It's not that sweet, but it's very, very good. Check this out. Rice galore. They put the rice here for everyone to just take. Put the rice in here, they'll put some of the food, and yeah, that's lunch. And then, when you're done with it, you throw the banana leaf away. It's very sustainable, no plastic, no paper involved, just the leaf.
Don't stop eating. Souvenir shopping. Bagoong making.
Kasi aside from bagoong, we also have other products like yung durian ice candy.
And there's the coconut. Not to eat, but to twine. In Maitum, the leftover bark from copra is woven into mats, bags, scrubbers, and anything you can imagine. This is the ingenuity of the Filipino. So, there is more to the coconut than meets the eye, which is just the same for rice and corn. At Krasing's, coffee is taken without the caffeine and without the actual coffee bean. You can have it made with rice or even corn.
This is the coffee malunggay. Malunggay? Talaga?
After a full day of playing with turtles, hiking and eating non-stop, we are greeted with a glorious sunset at Ray Yabas's beach farm. And an evening bonfire. Recharged and rejuvenated, we head for Kiamba. It's time to chill in the white sand. eat kakanin, and swim with tropical fish. In Tuca Marine Park, you don't have to dive to see the fantastic coral. All you need to do is float. Our experience thus far has been an eye-opener for most and amazing for everyone. Bid Sarangani goodbye and head for the Tiboli Heartland, South Cotabato. Join us for the next episode. Dance like a monkey. Enjoy the farm. And jump, jump, jump!
Laguna,